Keep trekking. It's not just a channel, it's an adventure. So get your boats on and come with us. It's worth the journey, experiencing a local landscape, breathing the air this ancient land has to offer. So get your boats on and let's go.
Welcome to Keep Trekking. Welcome back if there's been a four. Now, taking in the sun today, which you know is a rarity these days. Anyway, who believes in Robin Hood? Behind me is an old Robin Hood inn. It was built between 1799 to 1804 by a local entrepreneur called William Halliday. It's no longer an inn, it's private apartments. But it's surely a lovely building. There you go. If I sound a bit croaky, that's because I've got a bit of a sore throat, but never mind. It is what it is, isn't it? Today, I'm in Sheffield. I'm in the Loxley Valley.
Once leaving the car park, I took the path to my left. On the floor you can clearly see the old tracks where the barrels used to run when they was delivering it to the cellars of the old Robin Hood Inn. Really is a lovely building. It's a shame it's now apartments. Shame really. Would have been nice to stop for a drink after finishing this trail, as this is also the end of the trail as well as the start. I continued on my way downhill on a path that suddenly became cobbled. I had to hold onto the handrail down this, as of the recent rains it was quite slippy underfoot and really didn't want to lose my footing.
Well, that would have been sketchy coming down that path. I held onto railings. Oh, what a beautiful wood. Gorgeous wooded area. Absolutely stunning. I bet there's a few wild camped here in its time. The perfect place to wild camp, to be honest, not far from road, but proper secluded. Coming up to a wee bridge that should be crossing the river. I think it's the river Rivlin. I'll quote on that in a minute. But what a gorgeous place. So peaceful. Beautiful bridge. Look at this river, it's absolutely stunning.
After admiring the river for a few minutes, I continued on a path that got narrower. The path walked at the side of the river. Really had to watch my footing, as the rains, as I said previously, made the path slippy. It was so peaceful and so nice. Suddenly I came to a path that led me uphill. This opened up and I watched the river from above. This waterfall was absolutely trancing. Next I came to some steps that led me even further uphill. This really tested my stamina, but was well worth it.
How gorgeous is that? That's absolutely beautiful. We'll continue up these steps and then see where that takes me.
As I looked down, I could see a weir. The sound was deafening, but this trail just keeps on giving.
River Loxley. I got that slightly wrong, I called it Rivlin, it's Loxley. Just coming down to a bridge at the bottom that'll take me across, and there's like a lake. And it just says River Loxley. I don't know if it's like Loxley Dam or Loxley Reservoir or something. But the bridge is just down at the bottom there. Across it, and then I'll be heading up towards a westerly direction. But it's took me away from the river at the moment, the top side, but there's been some absolutely beautiful waterfalls, and just listening to the river run while you're walking through a woods is truly magical. It really is stunning. We don't get many days like this, do we? We've got to get out.
The bridge was a small wooden narrow one that gave me great views of the river upstream. I crossed the bridge, which was very, very narrow. Once across, I came to my first lake. Still could not find any information about what this was called. After trying to find out any information, which I failed, I continued on the path at the side of the lake. The path opened up and it was a far better underfoot. I got a break in the woods and could see across an open field, across to the main road on the top. The sky was beautiful. It was starting to cloud over a wee bit, but it was still really warm.
Very soon we're going to be coming up to a road called Rowell Lane. We just go on to it and then we practically cross straight over, which takes us into some more woods across. I don't know if it's still part of the same woods, Loxley Woods, but it's certainly Loxley Valley. I'm on the other side of the river now, so I'm walking parallel to it and the river's on my right. But, like I said, it's such a beautiful place, it really is. And it's so nice to be out.
I approached the road and looked both ways. God knows which my left and right is these days, but I made sure it was clear before I crossed. As soon as I crossed the road, the footpath I needed was to my right. Nice use of railway sleepers. Fantastic. I couldn't help but notice the cross in the woods. I'll not say no more about it. It's obviously memorial to some poor soul. I just continued on my way and carried on the path over the river again. The path now became really good and decent underfoot.
This month's shout outs. I'm going to do a couple of shout outs, to be honest. One, I'm going to shout out for Glenn's Walks. It's a good channel. Please go across and watch his channel. It's got some decent content. He's really just come back from a stay off. Don't know his situation, but he's just come back. He's done a trek last week. I was it the week before. Unfortunately, couldn't finish it. I think the weather didn't help, and the place he went to was closing. He gave me a massive shout out on that channel, so thank you very much, Glenn's Walks. The second one, I'm going to do one, well, we're going to do a few more actually. The Tramping the Hills. If you've never seen his channel, I suggest you watch him. He's so funny, he's brilliant, he's witty. He's originally from down south. He might correct me on that one, he might say south east. I'm not so sure. But it's a fantastic channel. Go over and check that one out too. The other one's Solitary Rambler. Now that guy is second to none when it comes to his vlogs. They're amazing, so well, so professional. He's been doing it for years, but he's really is professional, and he's got some amazing content. So check Solitary Rambler out as well. But this guy I'm going to do now, he's a friend of mine, very good friend of mine. It's called Kilted Adventure UK. So if you're checking him, make sure you put the UK. He's struggling a wee bit with his channel. and he could really do with a boost, to be fair. He's a top bloke, he's done some good content. Unfortunately, he had an accident a wee while ago where he practically shattered his foot on a trek, so he was laid up for a wee while, but now he's back. He's doing very, very well. I'm quite impressed with the recovery he's had, to be honest. He's getting out and doing a few more treks, but he really wants to boost his channel a bit more. He's getting a bit disillusioned with it, so massive shout out to you, Kilted Adventurer UK. So buddy, that's for you, kidder, and all the rest that I've given a shout out to in this month of August.
Couldn't really pass a bowling green without giving me da a shout out too. This one's for you, pa. Just after the bowling green, I came to a gate that opened up into a bit of a wasteland. Looks like once used as a car park. I soon found out that as I went to my left and I walked for a bit, that it came to an old industrial unit.
I honestly have no idea what this used to be. Can't find out any information. It's a very interesting building. Some sort of yard through there. I don't know what it is, but that building there, if anybody's ever been here or knows what that could be, please drop me a comment. It's an interesting building. It's quite big as well, it goes quite far back. But I'm intrigued to what that could be. I ain't got the foggiest.
See, I'm not the only one out today having a good trek. I took the path to my left and followed it for a short space of time. It led me onto a better path at the side of the old units that I've previously mentioned.
You lot stay over that side, daisies.
As I passed the next lake with the ducks, I asked some locals what it was called, but even they didn't know, so I got no chance of finding out. I eventually came to a wee stream that crossed the path. I pondered where it was coming from and where it was going. It was time to move on. No rest for the wicked.
On either side, as you can see through the trees, there's loads of old disused factories, all run down, broken, smashed up. I didn't know they were all like that round here, to be honest. No reason why I should. But there's loads of them. It's quite creepy. I've got like a stream on one side of me and then the river on the other. I'm sort of walking in the middle of it, but loads of disused factories. If you can see that through the trees there. It goes all the way down, right back. Good quarter mile. It's coming up to a weir. It's no idea what factories it was or who it belonged to. This is quite nice. Now on Storesbridge Lane. Looks like an old disused road, to be honest with you. Got all these fences, railings, and then more of them factories. You can probably see them better here. You can see all smashed up, disused, like a lot of our industries these days. It's obviously still used, but probably as a dumping ground, to be fair. Oh dear. Yeah. Of our industrial past. Eh? Looks like a proper industrial part, this one. At least there's something to see on this track.
You could now see the extent of the damage and devastation of these old buildings. Truly is a shame.
Well, I've got to say, I've never had a bollocking off a computer before. You ever seen those police standings, security systems? You are being monitored. Please leave the area immediately. Loxley Treatment Works, just across. Looks like I'm heading to some sort of fishing place, some ponds. Loxley fisheries. So I'm going to walk around here, and then I think the trail flips at the other side of this and goes back on the other side of the valley. But looks like a nice wee pond, does this? I'm not a fisherman. It don't look half bad.
They say that fishing is one of the most therapeutic things you could ever do. I once went fishing years ago, but ran out of beer, so I went home. That was the only extent of my fishing experience. Quite funny, really.
Well, this trail just keeps on giving. Make you want to reel. Stunning.
They tell me that my videos ain't a video without a plane and some sheep. Finally got me plane, even though it was only a wee one.
Well, I've come to the end of my trail in a east-westerly direction. Just come up there, and now I'm going to head up. This is called Rowgate. So sort of flip myself back on the other side of the valley. Beautiful river run. Oh, this is in front of me though. Looks like something that belonged in World War II. Let me flip you around in a second. I have no idea what that is. No idea.
Now starts my return journey. Walking along this lovely lane, I see a beautiful meadow in front of me. I eventually came to a wee gate. I went through the wee gate and crossed the meadow. Always keep your dogs on leads. You'll never know what you're going to come across. You certainly don't want to be scared in the wildlife.
Seen some really strange and wonderful things on this trail today. I ain't got a clue what half of these things are. Anybody knows? Do your usual.
Well, I've had me plane, so I might as well have me sheep. Keep up traditions.
Just walked along this beautiful bit of open space. Just going into Green Folds Woods. I think I want to skim it and then sort of head back on a easterly direction. But it ain't half bad though, is it? Eh? Caught with that. Tell you what though, I think they must have made these gates for me because it's the weirdest gates in the world. Greenfall Woods. More sketchy paths, I should have thought.
And the paths didn't disappoint. More sketchy paths, at least these were dry. Good underfoot and a beautiful walk. This trek was turning out to be such a lovely day. It's a good job I had my eyes open, because I could have easily missed this one. I took the path to my left and followed it downhill for a short period of time. Oh, decisions, over style or underneath. It's a tough one. I think I met right on it end. I went underneath, straight into some sketchiness. I went through and followed the path uphill for another short period of time. Just got to love nature. How beautiful is this butterfly? Sat there without a care in the world. Absolutely stunning. The path became better. It wasn't as bad and it's better underfoot. At least on this side of the valley it weren't slippy and slidey, but at least it was nice. Continued and the path even got better. It got greener, the trees were beautiful, and it truly was a magical trip, this one.
Well, I've come to a junction. Which way to go? I'm certainly not heading up there. I've just come from there. I don't think I'm heading down that direction, so I think I'm carrying straight on. Up there. I shall consult my directions imminently.
I followed the wall uphill to my left. Yep, the wall is on my left hand side this time. Got that one right for a change, and kept going for a short period.
Them that's been following this channel a while, we can cast your minds back to a video I did, and I came across a wee wall that was in the design of a dragon, and then for its head it was a wooden carving, like a tree trunk with a carved art and into a dragon's head, and there's a wee plaque there that tells a story. I tell the story a bit jokingly. If you cast your mind back to that, you might remember that it was a local landmark, a very nice one too, and it's a part of a trail, and it's the dragon of Wantley, not Wankley, Wantley. Well, unfortunately, I read an article in my local paper this morning, and some people have been and smashed it up. It's been there time memorial, since a long time. And they've gone and smashed it up. They've smashed all the wall down, what was the dragon's back, and I ain't got a clue what they've done with dragon's carved head. Not got a foggiest. Well, I'm actually speechless. I really don't know what to say. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I honestly don't know what to say. I'm just proper speechless.
I came to a junction with more signposts, obviously following some sort of trail, but I'm not quite sure what that one is. I turned to my right and followed the path for a wee while. All of a sudden the path became very overgrown with ferns. Even though they're nice to look at, they're not my favourite plant. Don't like these at all.
Well, there isn't a great deal to see on this side, apart from paths and trees and stuff. Not really much to see. Just dropping back down onto Rowell Lane that I crossed earlier, and then going back across into the same woods that I started at Loxley Valley there. Just walking down a lot of steps. What's this say? What a 700 million gallons. Don't know you, but yeah, just walking back down to that road, but we're not going on the same path, we're crossing straight across and running parallel to the other side of the river that was on earlier. It's a nice trek. It's about 4 miles, it's not a massive one. I'm just trying to get a leg stretches, I'll start doing some bigger ones hopefully before the end of the year. I've been averaging about between 4 and 6 miles at the moment. So yeah, don't know what it means that. This is a nice wee wall. Flip you around. It's different, isn't it? Don't know what it's about, but there we go, it must be some sort of trail. Yeah, so I've been averaging about between 3 and 6 miles. That was Beacon Wood I've just come back out of. I went in earlier. Hopefully I'll try and get some more, but it's just getting time. At the moment, I've got to do it between work, and at the moment I've had quite a lot of shifts. That's why it's like been nearly 2 weeks since the last trail I went on, the last trek I went out on. Hopefully I'll try and get a few more. Let's try and negotiate this lane, this road, and let's get back into the woods of the cross, other side.
Across the road safely, found my signpost and took the path to my right. Next I came to a beautiful stone bridge. I had good views of up and down stream. I stood and gazed for a wee while before I moved on. Beautiful property, but not too sure about the barking dog. I came to a load of steps, but luckily for me today I weren't taking them. I took the path to my left and carried on. A song came into my mind as I did sing it as I was crossing. Under the boardwalk, just had to be done. Mother Nature, just got to love her. Beautiful squirrel jumping through the trees, beautiful.
So I've literally just crossed paths where I was earlier. I'm walking top side of the Loxley Valley. I came up to that junction just off past, just further back, from bottom side, and walked up, then went back down again. So it's like a massive figure of 8, this huge figure of 8. I like how they put these boardwalks down for us at certain points. That's nice of them. Not all places do that, although you still end up getting a bit sketchy once you've come off them. But these things cost money and time and effort. I'm hoping I'm not going that way. Shouldn't have thought so. I think I'm going up there. Still sketchy, but not as sketchy. Oh, what a gorgeous day. Did not expect it to be like this. It's supposed to be raining this afternoon. Do what it wants when I get back. It's Beautiful. Clouding over a wee bit now. It's getting later in the day. 25 to 4. Still beautiful though. It's so nice to be out.
As I'm contemplating finishing this trail, I realise something. Nature is just one beautiful thing. If you need to get out, get out. Don't sit behind computers all day. There's so much to see and so much to do. It really is good for your heart and soul, definitely your mind.
Like I was saying earlier, there's not much to see on this return leg. Usually you get in a trail, not all the time, but usually there's one way going out. If you're doing a circular, usually one way is better than the other, got more to talk about and stuff, but on this one there isn't really much to say on way back. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely stunning, and that trail leads to somewhere else obviously. It's absolutely gorgeous, but there's not a lot to say. And I'm speechless, and you know that's not normally true. I've always got something to chant about, talking my usual rubbish. There's not a lot. See, there's industrial things on the other side of the river. Oh, get out of here, flies. There's industrial things on the other side of the river to speak about and stuff. On this side it's just usually been trails and trees. Unless you want me to talk about trails and trees, which I don't think is going to be very interesting, to be honest, and muddy tracks, there really ain't a lot to say. Oh, it gets you out, gets you fit, and it's nice. And it's beautiful late summer's day. We've not really had a summer, have we? We started June, we're absolutely beautiful. We had a gorgeous June, and then July was just the biggest disappointment ever. It was shocking. I'm hoping this is the things to come for August. Sorry for flipping camera. My arms are getting a bit achy. But yeah, I hope this is the shape of things to come for this month. Because it's been restricted to like one trek a month, which is not too bad. You don't want to really see me every day, do you? But it'd be nice to get at least a few before end of summer. We have to get big kites and woolly hats back on and gloves and thermos. Why is it every time I see them, do I think of Christmas? Even berries are coming on trees. It's not a good sign, is it? Christmas can wait. I did find something to talk about. Rubbish.
As I return back to where I started, I really did contemplate about this trek. It was absolutely beautiful. It was so nice to be out. Maybe I'll do a few more Sheffield treks soon.
Well, here we are, back at the very start, back in front of the old Robin Hood pub here in Loxley. So, enjoyed that one. Like I said, not much to talk about on way back, but we've got plenty to do and see. So, thank you very much for watching. J-Art, till next time, keep trekking. Trek on. See you next time. Ta-da.